To excel as a national innovative leader is the vision for the Henderson County Schools. Hi, I'm Margana Stanley, Superintendent of the Henderson County Schools, and today we're going to talk about our vision and how it connects to building a better graduate. Building a Better Graduate is a district-wide initiative, preschool all the way through grade 12. And it allows us to continue our journey in a progressive fashion towards our vision. Building a Better Graduate will ensure that our students not only have rigorous coursework, strong character development, but they also will leave us with a set of world-class skills that they're going to need to be successful in life and to excel once they leave us. The world is changing quickly, and the computer is the most profound technological development since the steam engine ignited the Industrial Revolution. The #1 outcome? Globalization. Here are a few more examples of comparisons.
50 years ago, the U.S. exported 14 billion of goods. Now the U.S. exports 729 billion of goods. 50 years ago, you made reservations to call overseas, and cost was a significant amount of your weekly pay. Now you can call London for less than a local call 30 years ago, or you can FaceTime Live. 50 years ago, you could pay in cash, and now you often pay with credit cards. 50 years ago, the productivity was manufacturing assembly line, and now you see more of skilled labor and services. In farming 50 years ago, the U.S. produced 3 billion bushels of corn. Now the U.S. produces 9 billion bushels of corn. 50 years ago, it was more formal family portraits. Now it's all about the selfies.
Our 5 world-class skills of building a better graduate were selected by middle school students, high school students, parents, community partners, business members, and Henderson County School staff members. The skills are customized to reflect community goals throughout Henderson County, and they reflect the growth of technology and innovation. Building a Better Graduate inspires and guides the school improvement plans and our district improvement plans, and especially our strategic plan in the Henderson County Schools. It gives our students the advantage they need that when they graduate, they will thrive well in a global, competitive society. We are Henderson County Schools, and we are strong, and we are building a better graduate.
County. Ms. Farmer, what are some tips that you can share today?
Well, some of the tips, we want to work with our families and help set up positive and healthy routines at home. Some of the things we encourage is setting a regular bedtime. That helps our kids to establish a healthy routine. Also, something as simple as getting their backpack ready the night before.
It even
Sitting
helps me as an adult.
Yes.
Just organizing my things before I have to walk out the door in the morning.
Setting it at the back door so they can grab that as they walk out the door. Also, things such as just a reminder to parents that immunizations and physicals, the dental appointment, those things that are necessary for our kindergartners, 6th graders, just a reminder that all those things need to be done within the first 30 days of the school year and turned into the school nurse. Also, it's a new school year. Students have new teachers, they have new staff in their building, and just parents, if your students are feeling anxious or worried about attending school, we just encourage you to talk to their guidance counselor, their teachers, because we want all of our kids to be excited. We want them to come to school and feel safe. And so those conversations, and if you haven't met your child's teacher or guidance counselor or principal, we also encourage you to stop by the school and meet with them.
They could make an appointment, and a lot of schools have their ice cream socials going on, back to school nights right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want to know all of our parents. Every principal wants to meet their parents, and especially our child's teacher, so that's really important. And then lastly, we do encourage families to please make as many medical, I know it's hard to get appointments sometimes outside of school time, but if possible, we ask that families get appointments outside of school time. And then if they're going on a trip, we do ask that those are scheduled during our school holiday times, such as fall break, Christmas break, or spring break.
I think those are great tips. Now, sometimes when a student does go visit a doctor, the doctors write a doctor's note out, and we want to make sure they take that to school. That's important,
Yes.
that gets to school. But they also tell us a little bit about what does the time frame mean that might be on a doctor's note.
Okay, that's a good question. You know, some of our doctors are orthodontists, counselors, therapists in the community. They put a exit time on the note, meaning they make a note of the time that our students left their office. And so we want families to know that a doctor's note is good for that time. And that we do want the students, if medically possible, we do need them to return to school after that appointment. And that note is only good for that
time
time.
frame that's on there.
Yes.
And obviously
Yes.
we'll allow a little bit of travel time.
Absolutely.
From the doctor's office to the school.
Absolutely.
But within a reasonable amount of time. Then it's covered. Sure. And so one of the jobs that you have in Henderson County Schools is, I kind of joke and I say, you're kind of in charge to make sure that all 7,600 students are at school and on time.
Yes.
And so attendance is a big world that you work in.
Absolutely.
And how many parent notes are students allowed per semester?
Parents get eight parent notes per year.
Okay.
4 parent notes they can use from August to December, and then
Okay.
4 more parent notes that they can use from January to May. So they do have 4 parent notes because emergencies do happen, and we know that, and this allows